Saints.
What up guys, it's your boy 808santos. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a Southside Type Beat for Pyrex Whippa, and now we're just gonna listen to the sample that I used. It's from my boy Svintkeys. Shout out to him. He's a dope sample maker. Check him out. Also in Log Saints, so you already know he must be fire. So yeah guys, sample is crazy, and now I'm just gonna play the same part with drums. And before I do that, I'm just gonna talk about the BPM. For that style of beats, you always wanna stick like around 100 and 125 BPMs, and you're good to go. So for this one, we got 116, and yeah, just listen to the drums and the sample together. Yeah guys, for the drums it's pretty important that you don't overdo stuff and always do your patterns like they are talking to each other. For example, the snare talking to the hi-hats and the hi-hats talking to the 808. Do you know what I mean? I'm just gonna explain it now more in detail. So we're gonna go through every pattern and I'm gonna say what I am thinking about it when I'm doing a pattern like that. So first of all, we're gonna start with the 808 pattern. It's just a basic spin 808, and also like not a crazy pattern. It's just pretty basic. And yeah, the only special things that I got over here is that I got this 4 notes where I lower the velocity, so this note has more power when it comes in. So it's just nice in my opinion, and just it's good for the dynamics. So the rim pattern is pretty basic. I never do something crazy with rims and shit. I just let it normal. And yeah, the snare is pretty important in that beat because you got the bounce, like pretty much of the bounce comes from the snare, and also the dynamic of the drums are coming from snares and hi-hats and shit. So that's why I just put a basic counter snare pattern together, and at the end I did a roll. So it just leads into the next drum pattern and in the next section, you know what I mean? So just take a listen to the rolls. It just sounds like that. And yeah, as you can tell, we got some panning going on, as you can see here. And also, we just changed the velocity of some notes, so it sounds better and not like, you know, if you just let the velocity the same in every note, it doesn't sound like that good to me. So that's why I changed up, and it also doesn't sound like that boring and shit. So now we're gonna move on with the most important part of the beat, and this is the hi-hats. So the hi-hats are also like pretty much in the style of Southside, and I'm just gonna let you listen to the hi-hats alone. So as you can tell, we also got some velocities on the rolls going on. So we lower some of them like here or over here. So yeah, what you want to keep in mind is that you don't want to overdo stuff. Just keep it simple as you can, and don't put like a roll every 4 hi-hats, you know what I mean? So just keep it simple, and always keep in mind that, for example, I got a snare hitting over here, and I know that, so I let this room for the snare, and only for the snare. Like I doesn't got a 808 that hits like the hits here, or a hi-hat or something like that. I mean a hi-hat roll. I just got the snare over here, so the snare take up this place right here, and that roll is just responding to that. You know what I mean? It just sounds like it bounced off. And that's really important to get like a crazy bounce in your beats, that you wanna make sure that your drums are responding to each other and it just sounds like it's bouncing off each other. That's really important. So right now we're gonna move on with the open head. Also pretty basic pattern. The open heads always stays for me in the mix like pretty much at the back and just doesn't make like a crazy appearance in the drums. It just underlines the 808s and some parts of the drums, you know what I mean? And most of the times I always use like a reverse open heads that leads to other open heads. For example, this reverse open heads over here leads to an open head that comes here, like you can see it. Remember the 3, and now take a look. On the 3 just comes up a open head, because I think it's like a nice transition effect if you listen to it. Like it was over here, yeah. Like just listen to it. You know what I mean? Just like a nice transition effect. And also the open head over here underlines the 808. And like I said, everything is responding to each other, talking to each other, and especially bouncing off. So yeah, guys, right? So let's move on with the parts and shit. So first of all, you gotta listen to this part of the sample right here to understand what I was thinking. And this part of the sample is different than this part, because in this part you got a flute coming in and I wanted to stand the flute out, so that's why I did a break over here of the drums. So you got the first thing that you hear about that section is the flute, and now taking a listen. You see? You don't got a flute over here. And yeah, then the flute comes in, and then I just wanted to make a break over here, so you hear the flute first and then the drums are continuing it. Like, just listen to it. So over here we got another break, because as you can hear, the samples changed up here again. A dope guitar came in, and so I wanted to be like special, cause the samples here comes down, like it gets slower and shit, like you feel like it getting slower. So this is like the part where the artists rap and shit, you know, and this is like more of the hook and the intro and shit. So when the samples gets just calmer, I just put it like that. So the drums just stays the same as most of the Southside Type beats. The drums pattern doesn't even change. It just goes through the beat and just have some breaks in it, like little breaks like that. So I just put the break like that, like I said, to underline the sample and to underline also the part of the artist. Like he comes here from the hook and just starts here with the part. This is just some basic arrangement and knowledge that everyone should have, and it doesn't exist like a rule for that, but you just have to keep something in mind like that, that if you got here the crazy part going on with the sample, then you got next part coming up that is way calmer, you know what I mean? That just calm down the beat and shit, and the perfect does it perfect. That's why doesn't have to change something in the drum pattern. So listen to it. So yeah, pretty basic, and just this part just repeats over here, and it just goes down to a break over here, and as you can hear, So over here, you you doesn't have any drums going on and shit. You just got the sample playing. It really calms down a lot the beat, and then you wanna just go back to the drop, and you just go crazy again, like in that part, for example, because that part again is here the hook and shit, and then we just gotta lead again our drums into the part with again the same break, because the samples here has the same structure as this one. It's just copy and paste. So you got here like the first half of your song, and you got here the second half of your song. And like I said, guys, there is no rule for that. I just think that this is how I want the song to be. So you just make it like that. But it's just important that you arrange your beats and stuff like that, so you don't have like a crazy arrangement going on where the artist doesn't know, okay, where's the hook, where's the part. I don't know, because the artist here could start with the part, and then he will notice, oh shit, the song just gets calmer over here, so I can change up the part and the hook, and the hook comes first and then the part, you know what I mean? So I always make sure that you just can notice where the part is and where the hook is. This is just the most important part of the arrangement. So the drum pattern is playing through the whole beat. It's just the same. I didn't change something about the 808 pattern and shit. It's just always the same pattern going on, like in almost every Southside Type Beat and shit. So pretty basic. And yeah, for the intro, I also got some drums playing, so you got the listener's attention right away. Like, listen to that. So yeah, also nothing crazy. You just take the pattern, make it shorter, and just let the 808 run out here, so it sounds better, because when it is like that, like cut, then it just doesn't sound that good to me. You see the 808 just stops right away, so I just let it run out, so it sounds better to me. Like, just listen to it and now pay attention to the 808. So yeah. So that's it for the arrangement and for the drum patterns and shit. And now I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the mixing, but nothing too crazy, guys. It's just some basic shit that everyone should know. First of all, lower your sample always. It should always be like around -15 or -12 dB, because when it's too loud, it's just clashing with the 808 and clashing with everything in the song. And you don't want that. That's why you just want it to be like around 15 and -12 dB. And yeah, we got some low cut over here, some basic stuff, you know what I mean, guys? Nothing too much crazy. Then, well, we don't got a kick. For the 808s, we using Fruity Soft Clipper. You just turn it on so it just sounds better and it doesn't fucks up your speakers and shit, you know what I mean? I just turn it down like around -2.5 dB. Always switch around like that. And also the snare, this is like the rim shot. I got some reverb going on it because it sounds way better with some reverb, guys. And also the heads has some reverb on it. Nothing too crazy, just basic fruity reverb. And yeah, also for the hi-hats, I use this EQ because it got some pretty much low ends, and I just don't want it to have it in a mix, so I cut it and I boost the highs a little bit. And for the open heads, I just lower the volume around 5 dB, -5.5 dB, my bad. And also the heads are like around 4, right, -4 dBs. And yeah, this is like the counter snare. You don't have to do it like that loud, but in that example, like in that beat, the counter snare sound, like the sample of the sound is pretty quietly, so I just had to turn it up a little bit. And yeah, guys, that's basically it. So this is like the whole beat. I'm just gonna let it run out to the end right now. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. Sub to the YouTube channel. follow us on Instagram, follow every 808 Saints member, and yeah, comment down below and leave a like, guys. So thank you for watching, thank you for the time, and yeah, peace out.